New Alresford, or simply Alresford, is a small town and civil parish in the City of Winchester district of Hampshire, England. It is 12 kilometres northeast of Winchester and 20 kilometres southwest of the town of Alton. In the 2001 census, Alresford had a population of around 6,000. New Alresford has shops, a tourist information centre, a central conservation area, 2 tea rooms, and is a terminus as with Alton of the Watercress Line, a steam-worked heritage railway at Alresford railway station. History. There is evidence of Neolithic, Bronze Age and Iron Age occupation on numerous sites in the Alresford area, with a Roman or Romano-British site on nearby Foddown and to the southeast of the town in Bramdean. There is evidence of a grant to the church at Winchester sometime before the 9th century, which became known as the Liberty of Alresford. Alresford was listed in the Domesday Book, but this probably refers to what is now Old Alresford, as there is no evidence of a settlement south of the river at this time. Old Alresford, as with Farnham, Guildford, Dorking and Maidstone, adjoins the Pilgrim's Way between Canterbury and Winchester. New Alresford was founded in the 12th, 13th century, the idea originally being that of Henry de Blois, the Bishop of Winchester and brother of King Stephen of England. The design of the T-shaped town was followed by de Blois' successor Godfrey de Lucy. Alresford was one of the bishop's 6 new towns and was his most profitable plantation. His palace was situated in nearby Bishop's Sutton, perhaps less than a mile distant. The medieval stone bridge he built at this time is still in place. This expansion also involved the construction of the Great Weir between New Alresford and Old Alresford, creating Old Alresford Pond. This remarkable period in the town's history included the construction of one of the oldest canal systems in England, based on the River Regen. New Alresford quickly became established as a prosperous market town, focused on the wool, leather and the other products from sheep and cattle. In the 14th century, Alresford sheep markets produced one of 5 highest turnovers in England. Alresford sent 2 members to Parliament until the population was reduced by the Black Death. In the 17th century, the town made news as a dangerous place to live due to the uncommonly frequent fires which razed it. In the spring of 1644, the Battle of Cheriton took place on Cheriton Down. Reaching the outskirts of Alresford, defeated royalists set fire to houses in the town as they withdrew. Much of the medieval town was destroyed by a fire in 1689. 90ths that destroyed 117 houses in the town as well as the church and market house. Another in 1710, a net-like calamity in 1736. Much of the town was rebuilt in the 18th century, with many of the Georgian buildings remaining today. A turnpike toll road linking London to primarily Southampton but viable for Hamble and Portsmouth, some of which was a Roman road, then a track in variable condition maintained by each parish, was built in 1753, passing through the town. During the late 18th century, Alresford Cricket Club was one of the strongest sides in England. The 13th century church was, save the mostly 14th century tower, rebuilt in 1898 by Sir Arthur Blomfield in the Norman Gothic Perpendicular style. The top third of the tower is of 16th century red crenellated parapet brickwork pictured a Cold War commemorative plaque on the wall of public toilets close to the railway station. Commemorates that occasionally secret military documents obtained by members of the Portland Soviet spy ring in the early 1960s were left here for collection, art, tourism and rail transport. The town is crowned by its large T-shaped Main Street conservation area. The town is an attractive art, rail and tourist destination, with its classical, dense two Georgian streets situated near Winchester and the South Downs National Park. Here are the Swan Hotel, Bell Hotel, Pink House Hotel, jewelers, wine merchants, butchers, flower shops, toy shop, dress shops, the Alresford Gallery, Candover Gallery and tea rooms. There are 3 other public houses, the larger being the Globe Inn by one of the stream channels and play area. Alresford is at the southwestern end of the Watercress Line. This heritage railway line runs steam and diesel trains, and gains its name from the fact that it used to be the line that took Watercress up to London. The other end of the heritage line is Alton, which is also the end of the current Alton-London Waterloo line, making it possible to take the train from Alresford to London, diesel or steam to Alton, and then modern train into London. Accordingly, the town council provide 115 hanging baskets every summer. Brandymount House. Brandymount House holds the national plant collection of snowdrops in the grounds. The gardens are open to the public during the season. Itchen Valley Brewery. The Itchen Valley Brewery was founded in New Alresford in 1997. The brewery produces a range of cask ales and a selection of beers which until early 2006 were bottle-conditioned by Gales Brewery. The Fulling Mill 200 metres west along the river path has a house with mill race underneath and half-timbered mill. Education. There is 1 infant, 1 junior and 1 secondary school in Alresford with more than 140 staff and 2,000 pupils. Parent school. This school is a community sports college and secondary school. The school was granted specialist status for leading the field in sport in Hampshire. This enabled parents to open and complete a new state-of-the-art gym open to the public in the evenings. Sport and leisure. Alresford has a non-league football club, Alresford Town FC, which plays at Albury Park. Alresford is also home to a rugby club, Alresford RFC, which plays its home games at Byton, but has, however, just been granted permission to create 2 rugby pitches in the centre of Alresford at Albury Park. Events. Alresford holds a number of community events throughout the year. Several are organised by with New Alresford Town Council. All events which are held in the main streets within the original town require the permission of the New Alresford Town Trust. A fee for street usage is usually payable by organisers, which helps in the trust's other works, including running the local minibus which serves the elderly and disabled. A number of events are organised by the Alresford Pigs Association, which raises money in the local area for those in need, by the local Rotary Club, and by the Town Council. The Watercress Festival. The town is famed for its production of watercress and is recognized as the nation's capital of watercress. Once a year New Alresford holds a festival on the 3rd Sunday in May which attracts an enormous crowd. There is a street market with locally made food on sale and usually cookery demonstrations. From 2006 to 8, Anthony Worrell Thompson was the celebrity chef. Both north, south and east-west main roads are closed to traffic for the event, with diversions and parking clearly signposted. Entry is free. During the Watercress Festival, the town welcomes visitors and opens a number of attractions and places of interest. The Millennium Trail at the north end of Broad Street offers a walk along a river Itchen tributary from Alresford Pond to the Eel House. Alresford Show. This is one of the most important agricultural shows in England, which takes place on the first Saturday in September. Animals are shown, flowers and vegetables are judged. There is horse jumping and other entertainment. The Alresford Pigs and Alresford Rugby Club assist. Entry is chargeable. Alresford Fair, a one-day street fair, takes place on the 11th of October, the first Thursday thereafter. The traditional English fun fair arrives on Wednesday afternoon and Thursday morning and sets up in Broad Street. The fair lasts from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and has to be gone by dawn on Friday. The main north-south road of Alresford is closed to traffic. Bonfire Night, organized by the local Rotary Club and usually held on the 5th of November. Traditionally, the firework display is preceded by torchlit procession starting in Broad Street, making its way along West Street and up Pound Hill, into Albury Park, the venue for the firework display. The display is always well attended, with proceeds donated to local, national and international causes. Each year a guy is burned following tradition, with the guys made by local school children. Arrival of Father Christmas. The Arrival of Father Christmas is a joint effort led by the Christmas Tree Fund. It takes place in Broad Street near a large Christmas tree erected annually. A carol service with music provided by Parents Community Schools Orchestra precedes the arrival. The Alresford Pigs create the secret process by which Father Christmas arrives. He has arrived in World War II Navy van driven by Wallace and Gromit and in a Thunderbirds helicopter, fire engine, open-top bus TARDIS, and a BMW 5 Series. This is followed by Father Christmas giving presents to children in his grotto. The presents are organized by the Christmas Tree Fund. Money donated by the crowd at each year's event goes back into the pot for the following year. The schedule for many years has been 4 p.m. Broad Street closed to traffic. 6 p.m. event opens. 6:30 p.m. carols. 7 p.m. arrival of Father Christmas, followed by Santa's Grotto. 9 p.m. Broad Street reopens. The Duck Race. The Duck Race is organized by the Alresford Pigs every 2 years during the summer. It was last held in 2013 and the next Duck Race was due to be held on the 21st of June 2015. It brings the community out to watch several duck races with 32 ducks in each race. The event, races and ducks, are sponsored by a local family or business. It has been held for many years on the lawn at Warehouse, which has space for traditional fete activities, tea and cake, beer tent, tombola, as well as scale electrics racing, face painting, bouncy castle, and jazz band. This is the largest fundraising event organized by the Alresford Pigs charity. One charity fundraising group in Alresford is the Alresford Pigs Association, as well as organizing a number of events. They also erect and light over 100 Christmas trees on buildings in the 3 main streets, receiving income from the businesses and house occupiers. For this service, over the 30 years of existence, they have raised more than £250,000. This is in addition to the work of other local associations including the Rotary Club of Alresford and Women's Institute. The new Alresford Town Trust was constituted in 1890 and is a direct descendant of the medieval local government system begun by King Edward I in 1302, when he made a grant of pavage to a bailiff and good men in the town. Today the trust maintains the avenue and the old fire station in Broad Street, as well as running a minibus for elderly and disabled residents. In addition to receiving various grants and donations, the trust owns ancient rights which allow it to collect income from markets and events in Broad Street, including the regular Thursday market. Governance. Alresford in elections every 4 years elects 1 representative to Hampshire County Council. This is currently. Alresford elects 3 representatives to the City of Winchester District Council. Currently, the Town Council holds elections and 11 councillors sit, following 16 standing at the 2011 elections. Famous people. Alresford was the birthplace of artist Graham Ovenden, novelist and dramatist Mary Russell Mitford, who lived at 27 Broad Street until the age of 10, and of John Frederick Peel Rawlinson, lawyer, politician, and goalkeeper for Old Etonians FC in 3 early FA Cup finals. South African cricketer Owen Dunnell lived at Alresford in later life. The noted actor-manager Francis Robert Benson spent his childhood in nearby Langton House. The cricket commentator John Arlott resided in Alresford between 1961 and 1981. Alexa Chung, model and presenter, attended Perrons Secondary School, as well as Russell Howard, comedian. Formula One racing driver Derek Warwick is from a local family. Kate Walsh, runner-up on the 2009 series of The Apprentice and presenter on Live from Studio 5, also resides in Alresford. The award-winning actor Colin Firth used to live in Alresford as a young boy. Mr. David Firth remembers the after-school club in Alresford that ignited the acting bug and brought out the performer in his son. Quote, "In November 1834, Henry Orator Hunt's 61st birthday was celebrated all over the north of England. In February 1835, he visited New Alresford in Hampshire on business. As he got down from his phaeton outside the George Inn, he suffered a stroke and was taken to a private room. He died a few days later on Friday the 13th of February, surrounded by his family and friends. He was buried in the churchyard of St. Peter's Church in Parham Park near Storrington in West Sussex." The Times published a lengthy report of the funeral. Twin towns. New Alresford is twinned with Quebec, France.